So ever since our first story on this shooting late last month, we've been pouring through court documents related to Ricky Gurley. What we found is disturbing, but police aren't saying if they're ready to arrest Gurley, even as people accuse him of being a danger to the public.
There's a reason why the police aren't doing something.
I think that it would be very preemptive to say that it's not being followed up on. I don't think that that would be an appropriate statement to make.
Felon with a firearm, how is he not in jail?
This is Ricky Gurley, and these are the people who want him behind bars.
He's kind of a psychopath.
People like Mike Francis accuse Ricky Gurley of shooting and killing this man, Cameron Carruthers, late last month. But he hasn't been arrested.
You know, investigations take time.
It all started on May 22nd at Gurley's house where Carruthers had been living with his girlfriend. Friends say Carruthers and his girlfriend had been fighting. At some point, Carruthers left, but came back, angering Gurley.
Cameron and him were arguing, and Rick had pulled a shotgun out. You know, he had his hands in the air and said, "What are you going to do? You going to shoot me, Rick?"
And according to friends,
he shot him.
Gurley's lawyer spoke with me a few days after the shooting.
I believe the use of force was justified. There had been ample communication and requests to leave the premises.
But since that conversation, we've obtained extensive documentation of Gurley's long and often bizarre criminal behavior.
This guy is a nuisance to the public. He's disgusting.
Gurley touts himself as a private investigator in Colombia, but he himself has a lengthy list of crimes under his belt. He served 4 months in North Carolina for felonious restraint, larceny, and other charges. And courts in the state have him on the books for accusations of assault with a gun, making harassing phone calls, breaking and entering, operating as an unlicensed bondsman, and more. And accusations from people in Missouri fit that picture. At least 3 people have signed sworn affidavits that Gurley has at least one gun. Since he's a felon, that would be illegal. Police records show that officers have been called to Gurley's house between 1 and 4 times each year since 2010. But so far this year, they've been called 20 times, 7 before the shooting. And since running our first story, numerous people have reached out to KOMU8 to tell us Gurley threatened them. A protection order from 2013 details Gurley stalking and abusing one woman he later wrote about on his blog. At one point, she says Gurley called her 13-year-old son's phone and said, quote, "You're gonna die broke," followed by an expletive.
This man needs to be arrested.
Also detailed in court documents, emails strewn with harassing, lewd language and vague threats. All of it before the May 22nd altercation that left 28-year-old Cameron Carruthers dead.
I feel like this could have been prevented if he had already been in jail.
Francis says he worries the police are trying to build a bigger case against Gurley than a gun charge, and in the meantime, he believes a dangerous man is on the streets.
If anybody else would have done this, you know, yeah, cool, build a case on it, knock him up for murder. But this guy, stick him in a cell.
Rick Gurley's really the only one that I think was at fault in this.
This will not go away. This will not be swept under the rug, and we will get to the bottom of this.
I reached out to Gurley's lawyer today and yesterday. So far, I have not been able to get a hold of him.
That was KOMU8's James Packard reporting. To read more of our Target 8 investigation and our coverage of this case since the shooting, you can visit our website at KOMU.com. And if you have anything that you think needs to be investigated, you can submit a tip by emailing us, target8@KOMU.com.